watching Rough Riders Soccer, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, All Glaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Mary's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lance Ibrahim, and alongside of me is longtime coach of the Rough Riders, Coach Dave Ring. We are live here at Rough Rider Field, where the Lady Riders are going to be hosting the Sandusky Rams. And coming into this game, the Lady Riders are 6-7-4, and the Rams are 6-8-2, which is very similar records, but you never know what will happen once we get on the field. So, Coach, you're familiar with the regular season and a lot of postseason experience. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect tonight for this game.
Well, the biggest thing will be it's gonna base the WBL is a little tougher than what Upper Sandusky is used to playing, so hopefully that'll have gotten the girls ready for this game. We did get the higher seed, so it's nice to have the home game. Going to be a filling out probably the first 10 minutes to see where we're at, and then they'll make adjustments from there.
And Coach, I think about what just happened at the 5 o'clock start with the St. Mary's Rough Riders boys team who hosted the Norwalk Truckers, and you hit it right on the head. Even though the Truckers' record was 10-5, which was really good, but really it was the last few games of the season that put them there. But you couldn't be more right about that. The first 10 or 12 minutes was maybe so off for the Rough Riders that Coach Holtapel actually pulled some starters very early in the game, put the bench on there, got some spark going in the game, and then, of course, they ended up 3-1. So you might expect the similar beginning here, a little bit of jitters, a little bit of a lot on the line.
And it depends on tactics. I mean, the tactics were the first game. Norwalk came in with the idea that they were going to play 6-7 in the back and just play one up top and play route run. They had good players. They had good opportunities. They should have scored 3 goals. They had those opportunities. 2 great saves by our keeper, but their keeper also, that freshman, was very impressive.
And a freshman.
His technique, but I just found out from their coach, he plays up in Cleveland, up a club out of Hudson, which is a very, very good club. So tactically and technically, he has good training, so that really showed. But he also showed that he's young.
A little bit of experience when it came to choosing when to sit and when to come out.
A little slow off his line.
So we just had the coin toss, and the Rough Rider ladies walk away from the coin toss, maybe a little smile a little bit more than the Rams. So I'm thinking maybe we might have won the toss here, and we'll be starting the action here in just a moment. So a little bit about the stats. We talked about this, Coach, that the Rams come in as 6-8-2, and the Rough Riders 6-7-4. Coach Ring did point out that the WBL is a little tougher league, so the Rams may be in for a little more than what their records would show. And the Rams, a little bit like the Lady Riders, have had a hard time putting goals on the board.
Yes.
So they've got 31 goals for, but unfortunately for the Rams, they got 37 against, which does tell you the record. And the Riders are very stingy on both sides of the ball, you might see. They've only given up 19, but they've only scored 23. Yep. So they're definitely going to have to put a couple of goals on the board tonight. We know the Rams are capable of scoring.
Yep.
They are capable of stopping. So the Rough Riders are going to have to put a few on the board tonight, I think, to really have a great chance at moving on.
And a lot's gonna depend on just how up both teams are. I mean, a very motivated team can really give you trouble if you're not prepared.
That's a great point, and it's really important to point out that the Rough Riders do have some younger players on the team. Coach Wilson is not afraid to put some of the freshmen out there, not just to fill a spot, but to produce and protect. And I expect we'll see that tonight. I think Coach Wilson will also do what Holtzapper did. He'll challenge the veteran players, the experienced players, by throwing a younger player out there. I know that's something you would do.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's to save some legs, and sometimes it's to send a message.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing is good. Norwalk, one of the things we did see in that first game was they really tired. Their defense really worked hard, and they tired. And a lot of our opportunities came from that.
So Coach Ring and I are going to pause for a moment here for player introductions and national anthem. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Sandusky Rams and your St. Mary's Memorial Lady Riders. In order to make this match as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and your community in a positive and respectful manner by following the rules, speaking and acting responsibly, showing courtesy and respect for all involved, including fans, officials, coaches, administrators, and of course, your team and their opponents. Let's respect each other and respect the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a nation with freedoms like no other. To celebrate those freedoms and those who have defended or those who are currently defending the freedoms that we enjoy, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's officials have been selected in accordance with the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Let us welcome and thank Mike Wilson and Doug Billerman for being a part of tonight's match. And now let's meet the teams. First for our guests, the Upper Sandusky Rams. They are coached by Ty Calvin, along with his assistants, Scott Parcell and Aubrey Wentland. The starters for the Rams tonight are number 1, Lucy Taylor. Number 3, Nora McLean. Number 4, Erica Rulin. Number 9, Josephina Enriquez. Number 14, Madeline Coughlin. Number 16, Mariah Kinley. Number 21, Shiloh Shasteen. Number 24, Jadine Richards. Number 25, Lily Walton. Number 29, Lindsay Ayala. And in the net tonight for the Rams, number 0, Carly Bowes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your St. Mary's Memorial Lady Riders. The Riders are coached by Nick Wilson, along with his assistants, Ashley Patrisky, Lily Ankerman, and Emma Burt. The starters this evening for the Lady Riders are number 2, Jillian Jacobs. Number 5, Allison Ankerman. Number 7, Sophia Maker. Number 8, Lauren Jacobs. Number 12, Aubrey Burt. Number 16, Layla Ermsher. Number 17, Kendall Davis. Number 21, Piper Triplett. Number 26, Claire Turner. And number 38, Eliana Weigel. In between the posts tonight for the Lady Riders, number 3, Bella Hertenstein. We want to wish both teams the best of luck, and we want to welcome you once again to Rough Rider Field in tonight's sectional semifinal match between the Lady Riders and the Upper Sandusky Rams.
Beautiful Rough Rider Field. This is Lance Ibram. Alongside of me is Coach Dave Ring, and we are in for an exciting night tonight here, Coach. This is a single elimination postseason tournament, so win, you move on to play on Thursday. Lose, it's good luck next year, Coach.
Absolutely, and you need to come out with quite a bit of enthusiasm. I just can't come out flat tonight.
Yep, and we said in a game like this, there can be a little bit of jitters because
Absolutely.
of how much is on the line. And both teams can be a little bit nervous. You might see some missed passes, but they'll settle in quickly. I think, Coach, this is when you really count on your leaders on the team.
Absolutely.
Your juniors, your seniors, your team captains to settle down. And if you make a mistake in soccer, you don't have very long to make up for it. So, Coach, what would you ask for your team? If you make a mistake and you lose the ball, how long would you like to give them to get that ball
3
back?
3 to 5 seconds.
3 to 5
seconds.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. Or 3 to 5 seconds to reposition yourself. Sometimes getting possession back isn't an option, but making sure you get back in your formation and shape is just as important.
And it's really important never to hang your head and break away from the play, because automatically you're now 10 versus 11 when you do that.
Absolutely.
So now we are started with the Lady Rams kicking the ball off and the Rough Riders defense settling in here, trying to get the ball cleared from the last third of the field on the near side here.
All right, let's see.
You got Anchorman working the near side, got the play breaking up a little bit. Anchorman's got the ball back on her foot and tries to center it up, looking for Davis.
Oh, bad passing.
Anchorman with the ball on her foot again. Turner turning with an option.
Good ball outside. Here comes Sophie.
Great ball to the outside. See if the Rams keep it in or try to clear it, and they cannot. Rams defense cannot quite keep it in.
Nice quick throw. Nice job. Cross.
And now we got the ball on
Cross.
Manker's foot. And now Weigel is working the ball at the top there, drops it down to Davis.
Yep, no, couldn't get it off.
And Rams cleared out. So early in the game here, we see some pressure from the Rough Riders attackers, and that's what we want to see, quick attacks if we can get it.
Yeah, but the Rams also got 9 back. They only got the lone one up front.
Feels familiar, Coach. I just saw that for the last 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the boys Kenton game, too. They may not plan on scoring, but they're planning on defending. So
Absolutely.
we got Turner drops to Davis. Davis with a good shot. And into the hands of number 0, Bose, for the Rams. So first shot, first save of the game. That's a good sign.
Good punt.
You want to keep that ball
nice
down
first touch. Good. Ball inside.
We got Anchorman working the outside for a moment there. Now Turner takes over on the near side. And Davis working the ball also on the near side, looking for Anchorman in the corner. Anchorman's trying to turn the ball to center, and the Rams cleared out, so another throw in. We'll see what type of attack that Coach Wilson asked for tonight, Coach. Could be a through ball. So far, looks like outside in.
I'd like to see us get a little bit more. See the dead space in the middle? Got one up. You need to get that outside back or even your center back up a little bit to hold that space.
So you got a third of the field there that Coach Ring is talking about that's available. And nice thing is we got a big full-size field here, Rough Rider Field, 110 yards long, 60 yards wide. We do play in some fields that aren't that big. When they're this big, talking about space,
it's
seams.
actually bigger than that. It's 118 by 70.
118 by 70?
118
well,
by
they must
70.
have made it a little bigger tonight because I'm used to 110 by
No, it's 118
60,
by 70.
So full-size field, 118 by 70. That's a great point. It gives you lots of seams to work through, and the Lady Riders should be working them. And what Coach is just pointing out is the spacing. Right now it doesn't look too bad, but you'll see them collapse on a third or a half of the field. Let's see if we can open that up a little bit.
Yep.
So here comes Menker. She's going to work the far side here, bringing the ball to the middle a little bit. A pass forward. Very quick pass up to Burt. And we talked about putting in some young players, and there's number 12, Bert, in the game as a starter, as a freshman coach, and working alongside some very experienced ladies. And that's a great sign when you see an experienced player like Menker trusting a young player like Bert on that through ball.
Absolutely. Oh, look outside, look outside.
Ermshire looking to the middle to a seam and can't quite keep it off the keeper. Idea there was a through ball towards the middle up to Turner. Now Davis is grabbing that punt
made
again.
Some really good traps.
We want that. We want those 50-50 balls. We want to win them all if we can. So Triplet, for example, just got that last 50-50 ball taken away, but Triplet's putting pressure on, and Weigel puts that ball up the far side to Manker. And now Weigel with a nice overlapping run. Manker doesn't need it in this case, but Weigel's still going alongside.
Across the center, 26 wide open. Nice idea. Just didn't get it through.
Well, Manker saw there, same thing Coach saw, Turner in the middle. Now Weigel still got the ball on her foot, tries that centering pass. And on the far side there's the freshman Burt working again, looking to drop.
They're giving Turner, look at all that space she's in. All they got to do is get a ball through. Look how wide open she is.
And the backside, you've got Anchorman to clean it up if need be. That ball almost went through. That's okay, though, because we've got Ermshire at the top. Has the ball. That's that top third you're talking about, Coach. Don't let it out of there. And the Riders are keeping pressure on. A shot on. Not a hard shot, but a shot on into the hands of Bose. Any shot could deflect off, even if it's not a super hard shot.
Absolutely.
So far, the Riders are really owning possession. Little mishit there on the near side. Turns into a throw-in for the Lady Rams. So far, possession has been Rough Riders. We don't exactly measure that, but you can feel it.
Oh, definitely.
It's been Rough Riders' possession so far. And we should be able to see shots on, corners hopefully coming up, and a lot more saves for Bose than for Hertenstein. Speaking of Hertenstein, she's in the back of the field defending the goal for the Rough Riders, and we like to keep our keepers bored here in St. Mary's, Coach. Not asleep, but bored. And only the parents maybe want to see her getting the action a little bit. Everybody else wants to keep her bored.
I like to keep zeros up on the board.
Yeah, by keeping our keepers bored.
Yep.
We do not want 26 saves.
Nope.
And celebrate that.
Take your time, Turner.
Turner's got the ball in the middle field, takes a nice shot. Again, another shot on frame. Kind of easily handled by Bose. Now, she's only a sophomore, so you never know. I don't know what kind of sureness she has in her hands, but it's good.
So far, she's
pretty sure.
Good poise,
pretty sure.
But we haven't been very accurate with our shots. None of them's been to corners. They've all been dead at her. So we'll see if we can get her on the move.
It's funny that you see a lot of shots go at the keeper. It gets something to shoot at. Otherwise, you're kind of shooting at dead space. So you see a lot of times players will shoot it at the keeper. So got the ball right on the goal line.
Should be a corner.
Trying to turn that up. We'll see if we had a deflection to a corner. And
yep, corner.
Yep. We got that. So referee saw what we hoped he saw. And we've got a corner. I think Turner's heading out to take that corner. And we'll see what kind of strategy Coach Wilson wants on this corner. I don't see a short ball coming up. Hopefully a long ball, looking for a nice header and a lot of chaos in the box here. So Turner turns it up. A beautiful corner kick just over the shot over the bow, Coach.
You got 20 players in the box and it still touches the ground.
Doesn't touch anybody. Yeah.
That's crazy. It always drives me crazy.
It's almost like they tried to get out of the way of it, right? So
20 people in the box and it didn't
hit anybody. Yeah, I think about 21 in the box there. Riders with another chance there.
Bring it down, Sophie.
And Sophie's got a look to either turn the ball. Nice. Yep, she drops that ball.
Outside again.
We got a possible Weigel to the outside there. Rams cleared out a little bit. And that's okay because Triplet is there to clean it up, keeping it right on the sideline. Nice centering ball.
Right,
who gets to it first?
Turner
Possibly.
But she didn't get it.
And I think the Rams.
She is so wide open in the middle. If it gets through, she's going to get there. They are really giving way too wide of a berth to her.
And we got the replay coming up here. You can check this out on your replay screen. That's beautiful through ball. It was just a matter who got to it first, and it was literally half a ball that Carly Bose gets her hand on it. That's good experience for a sophomore to come out. If she doesn't come out and touch that ball, Turner's going to bury it in the back.
Absolutely.
Of the net. So Rough Riders still having great possession in this first half. Jacobs turns the ball, drops that ball down to Triplet. And Triplet's got options. She's got time. She finds Jacobs. And Jacobs got opportunity at Anchorman. Exactly what you want to have happen there. Little misbounce there, but Anchorman's working hard to keep that ball in Rough Rider possession.
Ball.
Nice centering ball. Here comes Menker.
Shooter.
And she could turn if she gets a chance.
Good ball through.
Instead of a turn, she drops that ball in. to Burt.
Nobody finishing on the keeper either.
That was a good experience for Manker to be able to recognize what was coming there. Burt made the run without being offsides. Manker knew if she held the ball, Burt would have been offsides.
Yeah.
So she put it through. And here's Weigel working the middle of the field with a couple of players on her. And that's okay because we got Davis there to take over. Now she's working the middle of the field.
Nice.
Outside looking for Anchorman. That's okay. Back to Davis. And the ball kind of deflected back to Jacobs. Very experienced player Jacobs is and can handle herself very well in this defense.
Yes. Davis, nice ball.
Good
There's
ball
Turner.
up to Turner, who touches it first. And right now it's Bose coming out and grabbing that ball first. Bose has had a lot of action. As we said, Hertenstein, on the other hand, we'll have to make sure she's still back here. And hopefully the coaches talk to her every once in a while to keep her focused because we're going to go a long time here without the ball being even on her third of the field.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. That's okay. Let's keep it that way. Eventually the riders with this kind of pressure are going to find some production.
Nice.
Manker in the middle of the field looking to turn it. Splits a couple of players. Gets it deflected a little bit, but Manker's still working.
Shot.
Here comes a hit. And the hard shot. Now we're challenging Bose a little bit, and she's got good hands. That was a hard shot
The biggest difference
off of Manker.
so far from the boys to the girls game is all our shots were to the far post, and their keeper was going to have to make massive
diving
just
saves
to keep them out, where we're shooting directly at the keeper.
And if you get a diving save, most likely it's probably going to be a deflection, and you
Absolutely.
got a second chance. So
Yeah, we gotta look far post. We got to
Ermshire-
do everything near.
Ermshire split a couple players. Now
Far
Manker, here
post.
comes a hit.
There you go,
Far
and it's
post,
in.
goal, Rough Riders.
That's how you do it. Far post.
You were just talking about that, Coach. We got to challenge Bose. You got 24 feet of net,
Yeah,
and you cannot just go in that middle 5 or 6 feet because she's got that.
that's
handle.
beautiful. Very nice.
So we should. Our great camera crew, I'm sure, got a good view of this one, and we'll check this out here in just a moment. So the Rough Riders strike first at the 30-25 mark.
Absolutely.
No surprise that it's Manker. So here she is working a couple players, splits them, and then once she gets through
Beautiful
there, it's
placement.
a hard shot to the outside.
Good placement.
And she puts it about 18 feet of that 24-foot goal, and Bose never had a chance. So Rough Riders strike first against the Rams.
Yeah,
We got a couple of subs coming in now, so Riders are going to have a throw in and enter the game for the Rough Riders, number 10 Walls and number 29 Anderson. And speaking of freshman coach, Walls comes onto the field, and you've seen Coach Wilson use Burt, Walls, and Braylon Baker a lot this year. And again,
Absolutely.
not just taking space, certainly providing some needed rest for the veteran players.
Oh, absolutely.
But these ladies can produce as well when they're on the field. Let's see what they do here. Good example. Turner with a lot of experience trusts the young player Walls, and here comes Davis steps up. As always, picking pockets up to Ermshire. And we got a nice step by
Nice.
Jacobs right in the middle of the field, looking to find
Nice.
feet.
Oh,
Doesn't quite with a bouncing ball, never quite got it settled, but she's back in it, right? That's what you just talked about, Coach. If you lose the ball, what do? 3 to 5 seconds. Jacobs took about 2 seconds.
nice,
and
nicely
came back
done.
And took that ball
We're
away.
staying spread out really nice. I like our positioning. Just take a little bit more fundamentals on the pass. We're trying to play at the feet more in the space. There you go.
That's a
There you go.
great
You go.
ball into the corner. Of course, Manker with a strong left foot.
Nice. Turn again.
Centers that ball up
Turn again and center.
with a turn and the shot, and a hard shot in the deflection. And it ends up into the back of the net. Rough Riders with their second goal at the 28:52 mark.
Very good. Again, we went near post on that, but it was able to get either a deflection or the keeper caught it low, and it came loose.
It was hot enough. It
Yep.
was hot enough to keep it there. So here we'll check it out on the replay, and you see the action. Coach was asking for a turn. We get the turn and a hard hit
Yep.
off the
Nice.
hands of Bose, and then the finish by Turner.
Well done.
26 with the finish. And I think that hard hit came from Burt,
Yes.
I believe. So number 12 freshman turns the ball against a couple of players, has a really nice hit on Bose. She coughs it up. And as we said a moment ago, if you have a hard enough hit, Coach, sometimes the keeper can't hang on to it. And the keeper's job is one stop.
Yes.
She did her job against Burt, and then Turner just with the experience.
And we talked about it in the boys game. Both teams got to finish on the keeper. It's one of the things that is lacking in the high school game right now is the offense isn't finishing on the keeper and the defense isn't finishing on the keeper.
Finishing on the keeper means what, Coach?
Finishing on the keeper means when that shot comes in, you're running all the way to the keeper to protect as a defender or to grab the rebound. What's happening is they're shooting, then we're reacting to it after it's already hit.
Don't
the keeper.
shoot and watch, shoot and
Yeah,
go.
you gotta finish on the keeper.
So we had our first penalty of the game, results in a direct kick for the Rough Riders. Davis has taken the direct kick, and she wants to put it on frame. She does. Bose smothers it and had to, because just what you talked about, Coach, 3 Rough Riders came right up on
Absolutely.
her. If she moves that ball, if she loses it by 1 ball width,
Yep.
they're going to put it in the back of the net.
And that's what you want. You want to, and as a defending team, you also want to finish on the keeper to protect your keeper.
That's what you were talking about on the
Yep,
other side, is finish on
absolutely.
the keeper. That way, as we said, Bose did her job on the Burt
Yep.
shot, and the defense has to do their job so that she doesn't get another shot on her.
Absolutely.
So the Rams clear it out, and the Rough Riders got a throw-in. This throw-in's coming by Liette, who checked into the game. We had a couple players check in, Coach, and I missed it. We got Helko, number 4, checked in after the goal,
Yep.
and Liette checked in after the goal as well.
Yeah, finishing on the keeper was something I practiced day in and day out and really harped on. And when we were playing well, we were executing that really well. And then when we weren't executing well.
Yeah, it puts a lot more pressure on your keeper if they know
does.
they have to stop 1, 2, or 3. Also checked into the game, number 9, Ludicky. So she came in after that goal, and
Nice
Ludicky
to see
is
us
a
be
senior.
able to use the bench.
And early in the
definitely.
game. That takes a lot of pressure off. Now, Coach Wilson, I've noticed this year, he has subbed early and often.
Good.
And keeps fresh legs on the field. And we got a nice through ball here with an opportunity
Oh,
for Ludicky,
finish,
who just
finish.
came in. She's got another
No,
opportunity.
no,
and
no.
Ludicky just over the top of the frame. We got a goal kick coming
Man,
up.
far
so.
post is right there. Instead of trying to hit it high and hard, just hit it to the far side. There's nothing there.
And we got the replay here where Ludicky turns on a player. She's got the ball. Probably didn't feel like she had that low seam, so she went high.
Yep.
Could have been upper half of the goal, maybe top right 90 would have been really nice.
Absolutely.
But that's what you're talking about, Coach, is immediately she comes in off the bench and production.
Absolutely.
Production and protection immediately. So Rough Riders have another corner kick coming up here. And from here, I wish I could say I could see who's got the corner. It looks like Halko taking the corner. And she takes a short corner.
To Davis? Or who? No, that's 20.
Anderson, who another sub. Oh, no, Anderson, I did catch Anderson coming into the game a moment ago. That wasn't after the goal. So Anderson was working off that short corner from Halko, and the ball went over the goal line. So now the Rams take over with a goal kick, and it looks like it's going to be taken by their keeper. And, Coach, we see some different goal kicks in the game, sometimes a keeper, sometimes a back, left side, middle, right side. What's the thought there, Coach? Just mix it up?
With the change of the rules of the ball not having to go out of the 18-yard box now and you can pass it inside, it really gives you an opportunity for anybody to take it. And you can play short, you can play long, you can do a lot of things. You can change field of play. Everything out with that rule change in the last couple.
And what you're talking about is before the goal kick had to go outside the 18 box.
Absolutely.
There's Walls with a nice centering pass and a possible just wide of the frame. Walls to Davis. Beautiful work by the freshman Walls.
It's a great change in the game all the way from professional level down because it opens up the game. It gives you that opportunity that was sort of wasted with all the long kicks that usually came out of it because you could contest them at the 18, and this way you can't contest them. They can make good, sure passes.
That's a great point. At the younger levels, we have something called the build line, and it gives the players an opportunity to build their attack without being under attack. And really, a goal kick can be a big disadvantage. But now, good point, Coach, you can build from the back without having to bomb it. Because when you bomb it, here comes Bose out to meet that ball. When you bomb it, it's a 50-50 ball.
It's even less
most
than
of
that.
the time.
It's about a 30% opportunity to maintain possession for a kick that's over 50 yards.
And think about it. The entire backs are facing you when you're kicking it. Your attackers
Beautiful.
are trying to go forward.
She's onside.
Boy, she is onside, and she's got a good shot at the keeper
hit
off
the
the post. And no second
Finish
chance.
on the keeper. Finished on the keeper.
There's your finishing on the keeper. She was just barely onside, Coach. We had a goat view of it.
I don't know why she shot. She had so much time to take more space.
She probably could have walked that in if she wanted to.
She could have just slowed it down. Nobody was on her. Slow it down and then just place it.
So not only was that the first really legitimate run the Rams had down to our third of the field, our half of the field, but it almost turns into a goal for them. And
big time.
Coughlin, the senior from the Rams.
That can change the momentum so big.
Well, and 2's never enough.
No.
And we got a lot of game left, right?
2's the worst score. I hate 2-0. I always do because one mistake and they're back in it and it gives them motivation. And no, I don't like it at all.
I don't want to show off my math skills too much here, Coach, but 2 is only 1 goal away from a 1-goal lead. We never want a 1-goal lead.
Agreed.
Because all it takes is a slip, a header, a corner kick, a PK, and next thing you know, they're back in the game. So fortunately, the Rough Riders escaped narrowly with that one, and Hertenstein got into the game, some action, and the ball went off the post.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
We got our first foul assessed against the Rough Riders, and now we got a direct kick coming up for the Rams. It's a long ways for a direct. Direct means that she could put the ball into the net from here without touching anything else, but this would be quite a hit from there to be able to do that. But let's see their strategy. One of the things we might see is as soon as she hits it, there is no offsides after the hit, but she really can't get it past our backs anyway.
Nope.
So the Rough Riders take over again with Jacobs working the far side. Looking for Menker, just a little miss pass here, and the Rams break that up, but that's okay. Jacobs is back here to grab that ball, and Triplett is always very solid back line here for the Rough Riders
big touch.
Coach Wilson has got.
Big touch. Oh.
Rams are still
She's
putting on
offside.
some pressure.
She's
That time
offsides.
we got an offsides call. So
She was close.
last time through, 14, Coughlin, the senior, was able to sneak through. This time, 21, Chastain, the junior, was just
off a
left
little bit.
a little bit too early.
Just
You know,
a
and the
little.
deal there is, Coach, you have to time it with your team. You got to time the run, and it's just as much up to the person with the ball as it is the other person. Because I'm taking off, I'm expecting that hit to happen. If they delay, if my player delays the ball, they're putting me offsides.
Absolutely.
And it can be very frustrating. Now, as the players get to know each other and they have a lot of experience, nonverbals, they get a feel for when they're going to go.
Absolutely.
So here's Menker working towards the middle of the field, moves it back to the outside.
Outside is
She's
open.
got an option in the corner, hasn't quite taken it. Menker turning the ball again. Patience here.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with patience
reason
here, Coach, right?
No
No rush.
reason to rush. There's where we lose possession on a bad pass if we just take our time and lots of better options.
Well, and there was no pressure there, right? So
None.
now we got the freshman Walls working the near side. Should be a deflection that the Rough Riders will get back. So return to the game, number 5, Anchorman comes into the game. Number 16, Ermshire, and number 38, the sophomore Weigel returns to the game. So the Rough Riders clearly in control except for one misstep there.
Absolutely.
On what could have easily been a goal for the Rams.
2-0
Otherwise,
still looks good, but it's tedious.
could have been 2-1 there very easily. Yeah, just easily could have been 2-1. So Anchorman with the throw in to Menker. I love the throw in to Menker because we want 100% accuracy on a throw in pass. It's a free pass.
Yep.
And a lot of times we see our throw in go to Menker.
Oh, watch this.
Little contact on the far side there. I like that.
Oh.
Working very hard. Weigel doesn't even take 3 seconds to take that ball back. Hits Menker in the middle of the field. Menker's got options. She's got Liat right up front for the through ball. Bose comes out. If she doesn't touch it first, you know what Liat's going to do. And Liat's got the experience up there to not kick it right at the keeper.
Good ball.
So Rough Riders are still keeping the pressure on. And the Rams are looking to mount some kind of an attack here. The only attack we've seen from them so far, Coach, is through a through ball.
Yep.
And I don't know how much – I hate to not give them credit. It was a great through ball. But as high up as it was, I'm not sure if they meant to play it that way. I just don't know.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
I think she did make the run, and I think she got lucky with the pass.
Speaking of runs here, it was Menker to Ludicky.
Yeah.
And maybe the pass just happened to squeak through. Maybe it was supposed to go to Coughlin, and it squeaked through.
Yep.
But that ball into the hands of Bose. Bose is very sure-handed tonight so far, except for the one really hard hit from Burt that Turner cleaned up. So Rough Riders take over again in the middle of the field. There's a little bit of contact here, Coach. I like that. It's WBL soccer. We're used to it. A lot of teams come down here or up here from other areas, and they're not quite used to the contact that we initiate here in WBL soccer.
Definitely. On both sides. OG's a menace, whether it's boys or girls.
Yep. Yeah, we're just used to a lot of contact. We teach it from a young age here. We do not teach dangerous contact.
No.
Nothing in the knees, nothing above the shoulders, but hips and shoulders all day long. And if you're new to the game and you're not used to it, you may be a little shocked at the sounds you'll hear of the game of the contact.
Absolutely.
And they only wear shin pads. And the more experienced they are, the smaller those pads are. I saw a sophomore come off the field just a little while ago, peeled them off so he could watch a girls' game. Coach, they looked like 2 Band-Aids on his shins. That's how small they were.
I know.
And his mom was there going, "What are you doing? You're 6'3". And he goes, those are my little brother's shin guards from when he was in U6. But the players do that just for speed, right?
They believe in their minds that'll give them better touch. Not so much the speed as the touch. They don't like it when it hits the shin guard
and deflects someplace,
somewhere. So it's all about touch.
Yeah, thus a Band-Aid size. So return to the game for the Rough Riders. Number 12, Burt, the freshman, returns to the game. 26, Turner. And I think 17, Davis returns to the lineup for the Rough Riders. And the Rams sub a couple players as well. So we have a beautiful night here.
Oh, absolutely.
Beautiful postseason night. During the Star Spangled Banner, I was thinking about the flag and the song. It says something about waving, and the flag was sitting perfectly flat, which is very rare.
Yeah, the wind's not a factor tonight.
Not at all. Very rare for North Central Ohio.
Especially in October. We've played some gale
force
winds at this field.
Boy, Jacobs goes pretty much end-to-end with this ball. Turner's going to come and clean it up, centering that ball up. Bose doesn't have a lot of options. And, boy, Bose had to pick either Jacobs or Menker. I would not want to have to choose.
Nope.
I'm sorry, between Turner and Menker. I would not want to have to make that choice if I'm Bose. So Turner's working the ball on the near side here. Anchorman decides to center it up to Burt. Good idea. And Burt's putting pressure on the keeper, and Bose with another punt. Bose has punted for about, 250 yards so far this game, Coach. And I expect she's probably going to punt for a lot more.
Oh, they are she's trying to just push it through.
Yeah, and you point out early, Coach, the lineup for the Rams is really a defensive lineup. Here they go with a possible opportunity down there, broken up by Triplett, who moves that ball to the outside, misplayed a little bit for a souvenir ball, and the Rams are on the throw-in. But even now, Coach, what do you count here up front here in Hertenstein's third of the field?
5.
They're just now arriving 5. And look what's back, 4 back against 2 of our attackers. Unfortunately for the Rams, and we've seen this before, they are really almost parking the bus on the line very early with very little attack.
The only thing that's really troublesome is half this field in the back is wide open.
At least.
If they would sneak somebody on this backside, we are sucked to the ball really, really bad. Our position, our tactical formation is not very good.
It's not beautiful, but there's no reason to change it because the Rams are literally right now, look at this. They're, except for 2 players, right, and the 2 goalies, we got 18 players on one quarter of the field right now,
terrible.
Barely. And that's really up to the Rams to fix that, to spread some runners up this way and make the Rough Riders go to work a little more.
Absolutely. Well, we need to keep some on this side so we can, if we can change a field over here,
then we can get over here as well. If they don't have anybody over there, if they bring somebody over, we're going to go with them. Here comes Burt, the freshman, with a run, leading out front. Turner in the middle, opportunity here. Yeah. She coughs it up a little bit, and Turner's sitting right on top of her.
Far post.
I think
everything's right at him.
I think we'll get a look at this one. You see Burt beat the back, gets just around the corner of McLean, centers that ball up. Look who's right there, Turner. Yep. And Bose just happens to get it. Now, Burt's hauling the mail there, right? She's going around the outside. And, Coach, you might ask for maybe hit the brakes there and then bring it back just a little bit.
I love what she was doing, but we're not looking for that far post. For whatever reason, we're trying to get it directly at the goal instead of looking for that far post. They start putting it far post. Turner may have been able to get a rebound off the post, maybe been able to get to it.
Or gets out of Bose's reach right there. That was in her reach.
Or Bose gets that one hand, knocks it out, and Turner's right there. So
a little bit of an attack there, and Hertenstein's going to get a chance.
Oh, nice job.
Yep, the sure hands of Hertenstein. I do get a little concerned, Coach, when a goalie hasn't been in it for a while, and they can very easily misplay it just from being cold.
Absolutely.
And Hertenstein's always been very reliable. Little miss kick there, good example when you're just getting back into the game, and it's up to the coaches to keep that keeper focused when she's back there without a lot of action.
All right, let's
see.
So
the Rough Riders take over in the middle of the field. And looking for Menker, doesn't quite make it. A little bit of a short pass, but that's okay. Jacobs steps up with options, and now Jacobs on the move. I love to see a back go up for the attack.
He had 3 options, and that wasn't one of them.
Just took it away just a little bit there, but that's okay. We got Ermshire putting that ball to the outside of Anchorman. Anchorman deep into the corner. One-on-one opportunity here. And Anchorman turns the ball to the inside to Turner. Turner's in the box, and we got a little conversation over here. I think it was a penalty against Anchorman.
Anchorman, definitely.
I believe it was a penalty against Anchorman.
Kicking the ankles.
Could have been, yeah.
That's what he's calling.
You may have heard some chirping from the crowd.
Yeah.
The referee's a lot closer, so I'm going to give him the benefit. He's trained, certified, knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Crowd didn't like it. To me, I think it was a little soft for this level of soccer, but that's okay.
Yeah, he said he clipped her ankle.
So you're talking about Bert on that run and maybe turn that ball up a little bit. It's easy, Coach, for you and I from up here to say that. If we were running as fast as Bert, which neither of us probably ever could have, if I could ever run as fast as Bert, then I could say maybe you could do a little differently. But I did like the way she beat that defender on the corner, and she'll have plenty more opportunities to do that in this game and in her very young career now. So the outside to Weigel, we got the sophomore working the ball on the far side against two defenders, centers it up easily into Bert. And now it's cleared out. Rams have seen enough of that attack. And this is very typical. We've seen a lot of this. Lots and lots of throw-ins for the Rough Riders. The Rams are doing the right thing.
And they're comfortable. They're not uncomfortable. I have yet to see us get them uncomfortable. They got a plan. They're sticking to it. Not probably getting the offensive opportunities they were hoping. They're still really playing to one side of the field. The dugout side of the field is sort of empty.
A little bit. Yeah. And you know what, that happens when one team bunches up, the other team bunches up with them. So we got a centering ball here. Possible for Turner. Any touch would turn into a goal there. Bose grabs it. After that last break, Coach, we had some players check in. Anderson checked back into the game, and I believe Nora Fischbach entered the game as a sophomore for the first time. And also, I think number 35, Braylon Baker, another freshman on the field. And that's one of those three freshmen that Coach Wilson trusts and goes to a lot. And it's really important when a freshman hits the field to see what the more experienced players will do. Will they play the ball to the younger players or not? So speaking of freshmen, you got Walls working the far side here, a one-on-one opportunity, using some good foot skills. And she decides to drop it, which is a smart move. And that ball was dropped to Fischbach, the sophomore, who works the ball in the middle of the field to Bert. It's a takeaway here, but that's okay. Who do we got in the middle of the field? Very reliable.
She's going to send it. And she's on sides. Well timed. Let's see if she can finish this time. That's it. Take it closer and finish. Nice
Hertenstein
save,
with
nice
a foot
save.
save.
Nice save.
Wow, she learned that time to take it a little deeper. And Hertenstein, hello, with the foot save. Beautifully done.
Yeah, she had so much corner to use.
We got a long ball to Turner with an opportunity. Any touch here could turn into a goal. Turner working one-on-one with the keeper. Back to the outside to Walls.
Cross.
Walls has a chance to quickly center it up before the pressure comes. And now we got number 31, Fischbach, on the field. And a little deflection. Walls working just outside the box, centered up, keeping the major pressure on. And I don't know if we can get a look at that save anymore or not. I guess we'll see during the throw-in if we got a great look at that save with Chastain, the junior from the Rams, putting major pressure on Hertenstein.
Here we go.
And here it is right here.
Nice.
There's that through ball that Coach was talking about. And Chastain's walking to the goalie. Hertenstein has to make a decision. Holds her ground, foot save just to the outside.
Just had to go far post, and she didn't put enough
nobody else had a chance to do what you were saying, to run up to the keeper.
No.
So great work from the keeper, Hertenstein. Lots of experience and lots of saves. I think she's had 5 shutouts this year, Coach, during the Rough Rider season.
Nice.
Now we got Walls, lots of contact, working the near side. Not just a lot of contact, but contact from a freshman. Not afraid to put her body into another player, and she's putting pressure on. And the idea here, Coach, as the Rams are passing around, just put pressure on, see if they'll make a mistake.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to steal every ball. How many times you tell a player, just stand them up.
Yep.
Stand her up. You don't have to dive in and steal the ball. Put pressure on, see if a mistake happens.
And the Rams are doing a good job right there, putting 3 on, and she's gone again.
Chastain, number
gone
21.
again.
We know she's fast, but this time she's met.
Yep.
She's met by another 21, Triplet. Triplet also fast, matching up.
Oh, that was well done by Triplet.
Triplet with a takeaway. Now we got a lot of contact on the far side.
Who's he Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo.
Well, the crowd had a really good view of that, Coach. And, with every call.
25 referees in the stands,
Yep.
all blew the whistle the other way.
We get a good look at this right here, and we'll see what happened.
I don't know.
I think we had possession and it was taken away, but again, what am I saying here, Coach?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking from far away, looking at this tiny little screen, and let's put it this way: on every call, half the people are happy and half the people are not
Absolutely.
happy. So in that case, we weren't happy.
They are. Boy, if they would just go to the top game instead of trying to pass through there, because they got everything up front.
Now, don't give away all your secrets, Coach, because if they're watching Rider Nation Station, they might call into the press box here and then down to the dugout and start making some changes.
Well, if the coach has to do that, he's not.
we got problems.
We got problems. So.
Yeah, Jacobs had a little run there up the middle of the field. I mean, who do we got to watch so far? 14 was the one with the first run.
She's off.
She's off. Goodness, they called her.
She is so far.
Everybody doesn't like it.
Mike, did you bring your glasses?
Again, 21 Chastain centering that ball up with an opportunity, and see if we take it away. Walls moves the ball out, but to the middle. We'd like to see that ball to the outside. Still an opportunity, goes over the end line.
Oh, my goodness.
So Chastain, I assume in the spring she probably runs track.
I would hope so.
So we got a major sub lineup coming in for the Rough Riders. It looks like about a bench change with all the stars coming in. So the bench players we talked about earlier, so important. Production and protection.
Absolutely.
And they're not just taking up space, and they weren't under high risk. The runs that they just had, they had against our starters. So I wouldn't say that was because our starters weren't in. But that was something. 21 versus 21, Chastain versus Triplet.
Oh, yeah.
They're shoulder to shoulder. I don't know what those ladies are doing in the spring, but I would have them both on a track team if I could.
Oh, yeah, they did really well. They are definitely picked it up a little bit. I mean, I like to see Upper Sandusky has played much harder here the last 10 minutes.
Yep, now the Rough Riders have a shot up here, a possible through ball going over the end line.
Ooh.
A lot of contact right on the end line. Let's see if they call a corner kick.
No, he's going to call the foul on knocking her down.
Okay, so we're going to have a direct kick
from
as far as you can possibly be from Hertenstein. How many yards is that, Coach? 118?
Yeah, 118.
118 yards, and that's a penalty, so it's going to be a direct kick. Nope, no call. It's going to be a goal kick.
Okay.
So Bulls with a goal kick, and the Rams coaching staff wanted to have a word.
Now he's saying no.
They had a word with the referee.
Now he's saying it's a kick.
I think he was always calling it a penalty. I think the players thought since it went over the end line. But this is a very deep, direct kick, maybe just as dangerous as a goal kick if you don't handle this ball very well.
Exactly, especially the way this team likes to get on the run.
That ball was miskicked just a little bit on the far side for a throw-in from Weigel. And our Rough Riders working the far side. A lot of man-to-man coverage we've seen so far, which we know is not going to work against players like Manker and Turner. They're going to have to play more than man on this. Not a bad idea, centering a little bit too deep, probably thinking about Anchorman on the backside there, but Bose is smart enough not to sit on that goal line. So Rough Riders' backs is always very sure-footed, leading the backs back there. Jacobs with the first touch. And now we got to throw in from the Rams on the far side.
We are playing a lot deeper. We got 4 back plus 2 more coming.
A little bit different lineup with the starters, Coach, compared to the bench players.
We're much more compact in the back.
A little more aggressive from the bench players, which I can speculate on why that would be. That ball was kept in, just dancing on the sidelines.
Trying to do as much as you can to get seen.
To try to get seen and to get some player time. Manker makes a move past 2 players. Now she's got options, especially Anchorman if she can see her on the far side. Not quite off the foot of Ludicky up there.
Well, now they're marking up.
Back to Davis, who could take the shot from here easily. Bouncing ball. Nothing wrong with the bouncing ball.
Not finding as much room. They're marked up better in the back on Sandusky did. Upper Sandusky has. They were leaving wide open holes, and they're not now.
They've started to change a little bit of it, so we don't have as many opportunities. It could mean less for them as well, but they've certainly made the adjustment that they needed to keep the Rough Riders off their keeper.
Our bleacher referees are definitely not in agreement.
No, you mentioned 25. There might be probably 150 over there, and we got a whole bunch on Rider Nation Station streaming live tonight, enjoying the action from wherever they might be. We do have a great fan base here at Rider Nation Station.
Absolutely.
We cover more than just West Central Ohio, more than Auglaize County. We've got fans that check in from Indiana
All over.
and Illinois. We got a great group up in Michigan that watches the boys and girls games. We do love to see them chat it up while we're streaming live here. And it's so great that family, parents, grandparents, people traveling for work are able to check the action live. And the broadcasts are really well done. Great resolution, incredible resolution for live streaming. And our technical crew here, led by Yelton, is always really good, and our camera crew is good as well. We got Fisher on a camera tonight, and I don't know if we have a remote camera down there, possibly with Rhett Chisholm.
Yep, Rhett's
and then we do have a rookie on one of the cameras tonight. That's Doug Spencer. You probably recognize that name or have heard his voice 30, 40 times this last week as he was announcing something or another, either at the theater or at tailgate, or he probably just stands in front of the mirror at home and just announces stuff to himself. So the Rough Riders keeping the pressure on the Rams. Anchorman working the near side, and the Rams not having it. I do see the Rams are kicking out of bounds a lot, Coach, and that's a good technique. When you're out of position, you don't like the way it feels, just kick it out.
And they're tiring.
And you're getting a little tired.
They are getting tired.
A couple of players check back in for the Rough Riders. Number 12, Burt returns to the game.
Bench at all.
And you know what I didn't see? They do have a 25-person roster, I think, Coach, just like the most you can have during the postseason. But I'm not sure how much they've used them, and I don't know what their bench looks like. It could be very young.
Yes. I haven't seen much changes for him. Here she goes again.
Yep, number 21, Chastain finding another spot, and here comes 21 versus 21.
That's a good matchup.
Triplet against Chastain. That's a great matchup for the postseason. And we're under 2 minutes here at Rough Rider Field, where your Lady Riders are hosting the Upper Sandusky Rams. And rare kick out of bounds. That's not something the Rough Riders were doing back here on purpose. Jacobs just mishandles that turn ball. And a nice throw in.
She's got to get a touch on that.
One touch before it goes past you would be nice.
So many times they want to let it go by them before they touch it, and it's like, touch it.
You really got to know where you're at on the field to let a ball go by, and I think 1 yard from the goal line, not a good spot.
No.
Unless you had somebody behind her chirping in her, which she did not.
No.
And sometimes you get the nonverbals, where a player's at. In that case, you'd want to hear a verbal and nothing doing. So we got a throw in coming up from the Rams on the far side. You'll see the Rough Rider players match up man-to-man.
We just can't give up a goal right now.
And now you do not want to go into halftime with it 2-1. You want to go into halftime 2-0. Coach, that's a great point. We may take a shot at it here, but Coach Wilson may want him to just not make any mistakes at this point. But the Rough Riders are on the attack. Manker puts a through ball through. Here comes Turner with an opportunity. Takes the shot off the left foot, just wide of the goal. And she went far post.
I'm very happy.
Just far of the far post. So here's the experience of a couple of veteran players. And a really nice shot of the left foot. And 3-0 right before the half would have been really nice.
That was really well done.
And at this point, I think we're going to end the half at 2-0. Very little chance of them moving down the field with less than 10 seconds left. So let's see what the Rough Riders do. A little miss hit there, but it's going to turn into nothing as Triplet passes that ball up for the end of the first half. So at the end of 40 minutes here at Rough Rider Field in the postseason, and this is a win and play and lose and go home situation now, Coach. So we're going to take a break here for just a little bit during halftime, and we're going to thank our sponsors here for just a moment. We'll be back.
You're watching Rough Riders Soccer, brought to you by these fine sponsors: Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, Auglaize Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Ryder Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lane.
I do have that number.
And we are back here live at Rough Rider Field, where your Lady Riders are hosting the Upper Sandusky Rams, and this is a single elimination postseason tournament game. Winner stays to play.
Yep.
On for the rest of the for as much of the tournament as they can get through. That'll be Thursday, be the next game, and the loser, unfortunately, will be good luck for next season. So this is Lance Ibram. Alongside of me is Coach Dave Ring, longtime coach and friend of the Rough Riders. And before we get the second half started, we do need to talk about something important here. In the postseason, it is very different to broadcast these games than it is in the regular season. So for Rider Nation Station to bring this to you, we give a great shout out and large thank you to our sponsors. But on the screen, you will see a tip jar with a QR code. So if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast and you want to keep broadcasts like this going in the postseason, please step up, take a shot of that QR code on your screen, screenshot that, and donate what you can. We will take any donation.
Absolutely.
Let me check with the crew here. Is any donation too small?
No.
They're giving me the thumbs up. Let me check with the boss. Is any donation too big? No. I checked with the vice president, and he said any donation would be really helpful. So seriously, we do want to thank our sponsors, and we do need your help so that we can broadcast these games in the postseason. And if the Rough Riders keep it going, the boys are moving on. That's an opportunity for Rider Nation Station. The girls hang on to this lead or add to it. Another opportunity for Rider Nation Station. So please step up and help out.
Here we go.
So we got 40 minutes left in the game. Second half just starts with a
nice
beautiful ball. Weigel working the near side. Lots of contact down here.
Did he call it?
No call, and the Rams cleared out deep in their territory. And the sophomore Weigel with a nice throw-in, looking for Menker's feet. A little bit short on the throw-in, but let's see how long it takes for Menker to get this ball back. Not very long. Menker was looking towards the middle of the field to hit Ermshire on that pass, and the Rams take it over for just now. And now Weigel's got the ball on her foot again, dropping that ball to Davis.
Oh, right.
And now Menker working the near side, looking at Weigel again. Some nice overlapping passes here and good pass percentage to start the half. And guess who's back there to clean it up? Jacobs with the first touch on what could have been a 50-50 ball. And now we got Davis working the middle of the field, dropping that ball back over to Weigel. Weigel taking a quick touch to Menker, looking for the overlapping run. And here she comes. Menker trusting the sophomore, as she should. Little one-on-one action there that Weigel ran into against an experienced player from the Rams. And now guess who it is, number 21, looking to go and has a very good wide-open opportunity.
That's in.
And a quick score. A quick score from Chastain. And she dropped our player by making a little bit of move there instead of taking on a front-end attack. And here comes Triplett. Just went by her in the left foot.
Lance,
no chance for Hertenstein.
Their coach made a very good change. He's moved Triplets now over to the left side.
So he moved Chastain to the right.
To the right, and she took advantage of it because Jacobs missed, and Triplett was coming.
Triplett had to come from too far to save that one. So just as quick as that, just as the second half starts, 38-37 left in the half, and boom, we're only up by one.
Coach. I'm getting beat. Now, if he's smart, Coach Wilson's going to make that switch. Find 21.
And put 21 back on 21.
21's how to play 21. Because
Menker's got a chance here to maybe get that goal back. Takes a shot.
Oh, nice
Bose
save.
deflects it
Nice save.
to the save. And not just the save and the deflection, but has time to go and smother that ball herself for the punt. So, Coach, you have coached at much higher levels than I have. Tell me about your thoughts about marking up 21 so she just can't get the ball.
Well, to a certain point.
Here comes Burt with an opportunity and had the shot. Bose with the save. And Menker could put it in the corner, and she does.
Well done.
Good pressure by the Rough Riders. Started off with Burt taking it at that, and then some deflections turns into a goal. So as quick as that, Rough Riders respond.
That FIFA minute, right after a goal, you got about 5 minutes, and they're going to get another goal.
Now here it comes with Menker with a little breakthrough and a misstep, and Menker takes a shot. Bose knocks it down, and of course there's defender. I think it was that Chastain there.
That was
and
a
then
bad
Manker
clear.
sees the opportunity, and the Rams back doesn't quite get the ball cleared out of there, and Manker, with her experience and a sure foot, buries it. So great point, Coach. It's shocking how many times a goal is met with a goal very quickly.
Absolutely.
Adrenaline, energy, the feeling of a little bit of despair, and boom, the Rough Riders back up by 2.
It goes way back to the late 60s, and it's called the FIFA minute, and it's just within the next minute to 5 minutes, there's going to be opportunities for more goals. Goals breed goals.
And the Rough Riders responded very quickly there. Nobody hanging their heads. No, nobody backed off, and actually they came in hot after that goal. And we got a nice idea at centering the ball up. So, Coach, back to what we were saying about what seems to be, I know 14 made the first run for him, Coughlin, but Chastain seems to be very dangerous. What's your thought on marking up? Just putting a player in her shirt, shoulder to shoulder, and then taking the ball away.
Here's where I don't disagree with that. I think it can work, but I'm not quite sure. We have dropped deep, so we can't get beat over the top.
I see it. But we haven't been beat over the top much.
But we haven't been beat over the top. 21's been running by us.
So we're giving away what Coach is pointing out here, and sometimes the camera able to catch it. We're giving away 60, 70 yards of field, and Coach Wilson knows what he's doing. He's not quite parking the bus on the back line,
but he's definitely.
And I've seen worse at younger soccer where they're standing on top of the keeper. But what do you tell your younger players? I already have a goalie. Get out of there. Let her go to work.
And 21 is now wandered back over to the right side. Tried her over on the left right after the goal. She went left-sided. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Nope.
Nothing. Good. Clean takeaway from Jacobs. And I swear, Coach, it was Chastain who saved that goal before that deflection.
Yes.
And kind of misplayed it. I think she was back there. So Chastain's running 18-18 and then some.
She's definitely trying to be involved.
Rough Riders taking over.
Nice.
And here comes Triplet, looking for an opportunity, bringing the ball to the near side. She's got plenty of room, can have some patience here, puts that ball into a seam, and then is chasing it down, working hard. Has a shot on.
No.
Had the opportunity for it, and the referees took it away. And they are calling it against the Rough Riders. And here we get another look at that. Let's see what Triplet does here that they didn't like. And I see exactly what she did, Coach. She put her foot just on the other side of the ball, and the Rams player momentum took her right across Triplet's leg.
That
is not.
That's not a foul.
It's only a foul because it was called a foul.
That's not a foul.
Other than that, nobody liked it except for them. And I tell you, Triplet had a real nice opportunity of a shot on her center and that ball up.
Nicely done.
So here's Chastain on the near side showing off some really nice foot skills, and Rough Riders aren't having it, clearing it out. And a little bit of a mistouch there from the Rams. That's going to be a tough move. I don't care who you are. If you're going man-to-man with Manker, you're gonna have quite a matchup there to try to take that ball away from her. So now on the near side, a nice forward pass, a little overlapping run. Manker gets it taken away, but that's okay. That's all right. We got more Rough Riders taking over. Now, there's what you were looking for, Coach. If that's the defense that they were planning on to keep Chastain off the goalie, it worked.
It does.
For right now. But I'm with you. I don't like somebody carrying the ball free for 30, 40 yards.
Especially since it's still dropping. And as soon as she gets the ball, they start dropping towards the goal. She could get to the 18 without pressure and get shots off. I don't want to give her that.
Not for her. And it's important that Hertenstein holds her back line on that one. Because if she comes out and they put one over the top. Manker's got a chance here if Bose doesn't come out.
Nice.
She does. Lots of contact in the box, all incidental. And Hertenstein's tall, so she could come out and get away with it a little bit, but best for her to stay on the back line when you're playing a defense like this. She doesn't need to come out and meet a through ball. She can just wait, and in this case, the backs are stopping that through ball anyway. So far, the new strategy has worked to keep Chastain off of our keeper. Here's Bird on the far side, gets tackled in the box, and we got a clock stop. And
is he calling the PK?
Burt drew the foul inside the box, and I think we're going to have a PK coming up here for the Rough Riders.
Wow.
You hate to see it in the postseason in any kind of a really, really intense matchup when it's a winner moves on.
Let's see the replay.
But let's see what happens in the replay. Burt beats her just by a little bit. I think everyone will agree.
I'm going to use the word that I hate to use. That was a little soft.
For this level of competition and
that's a little
the
soft.
extreme nature of the punishment, a little soft. So here's
A
Menker
little soft.
against Bose.
But
And
take advantage. They
we got
called
the
it.
senior with a
Don't
good
miss.
look here. And got her
Nice.
hands on it, but got the goal. So Burt earns it. Menker finishes it.
Nicely done.
Bose had her hands on it. She picked the right direction.
She did.
And Coach, in a PK situation, when the player makes the move, the goalie has got to make a decision, and she does. Bose picks a direction that
She did
Menker
good.
goes.
She did good.
And if you think about this, Menker's a lefty, right? So the goalie's got to think a lefty's probably going to put it to my left. She's going to bury it probably low on the left-hand side. And Bose makes a decision that Menker made, which was she's going opposite her strength. Bose gets a hand on it, but the strength of Menker's shot is just too much.
Yep, definitely.
So just like that, the Rough Riders go up 4-1. We got 33 minutes left in the half. And what was a little scary moment there with the Rams getting within one right at the beginning of the half, and the Rough Riders responded with 2 goals since then. Both off the foot of Menker. One live action, and one, unfortunately, a PK.
Yep.
And it's got to be, in my opinion, with you, Coach, it's got to be a very serious infraction.
Yeah.
Here's Burt working the near side,
Just-
looking to beat a player again on the outside. She's going hot against Richards, and now outside to Weigel, back in to Burt. A little mishap, but that's okay.
Oh, got to call
that's
each other
okay.
up and be a shooter.
We got a little
Be
bit of
shooter.
talk here, and a shot comes off the foot of Davis. And maybe a little miscommunication there, but then they cleaned it up very quickly, Coach. And then Davis had a nice shot on goal, and Bose sure-handedly gathered that one up.
Now, tactically, I wouldn't do what Coach has done here, but I got to say, with the way that Sandusky, Upper Sandusky has changed, this is working. There's a dead spot of about 25, 30 yards. There ain't nobody.
And the ball's not going in.
The
it.
ball's not even
They
going
haven't
in
really
it.
responded to
Yeah,
that.
I can't say that it's something I would have thought of, but hey,
Right
I
now
like
it's
it.
working. So we had a couple substitutions there. The Walls was one of them that came back into the game, the freshman number 10, and she takes the throw in. And also re-entered the game, number 29, Anderson. And number 35 enters the game for the Rough Riders, and that is Braylon Baker. And she is also a freshman.
Maybe Upper hasn't realized that they're playing that deep. I don't know.
They have a great view of it, Coach, from where they're on their bench. So here's Jacobs working the near side, moving the ball 50, 60 yards, looking for Baker. Here comes Baker, the freshman, and Sandusky's not having it. Upper Sandusky's not having it. They clear it out. I think they're going to call a deflection on Baker.
Now
and it's
21
gonna be
stand up top,
Going to be a throw in.
but it's still only one player up.
Now you see her split a little bit, but again, 1 on 3.
Yeah.
And what are those 3 names back there, right? It's gonna take more than one. Now, if she gets a through ball, we know she's fast.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't get the through ball,
Yeah,
I haven't seen her dribble past players
but
quite
the
yet.
chances of getting a through ball up there
Slim.
with 3 back
Slim to
and
none.
as deep as they are, you only got 15 yards to the keeper. So
It's interesting to see, and right now it's working out really well.
Absolutely.
So I love to see when you're wrong, Coach. It's really great. It doesn't happen often, so we should
wouldn't do
celebrate that.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it, but hey,
But it's working for Coach Wilson.
Like I said, I wouldn't. I got to be impressed.
So Bose with the restart here. Oh, and makes a mistake. Right to Burt, the freshman waiting. Here comes Burt, number 12 on the corner. Turns that ball up to the far post.
That was a far post shot. Beautiful.
And did you see who was coming?
Yep.
See who was coming. That
Absolutely.
is Baker. That's another one
Loved
I'd
it.
put on the track
Loved it.
team. I don't know what Baker's doing in the spring, but I sure know what I hope she's doing.
That was awesome.
And Burt beats the corner and tries to send it on the backside.
That
We
was
call that
really
the
nice.
trash can.
Real nice.
In some of my younger teams, we want Baker cleaning that up on the backside, and she was almost there to the back post. So that would have been a freshman to freshman
That would have been
coach
good.
in the postseason.
Yep.
Whatever happens in this postseason, if you got freshman to freshman going, that's a good sign for
It
your
is
future.
good.
So I think Coach Wilson should be very excited about the depth of this team and the youngness of the team on the field right now and throughout the season. Hurtenstein with a chance to get her hands on the ball, and
Yep.
we'll either throw it or punt it. That's another thing we see sometimes. We'll see it mixed up. Big punts can work depending on the position. And like you said, Coach, it's probably 30% possession on that, or a nice throw
Yes.
from the keeper can be a very much higher percentage
It
pass.
is much higher.
And I do want to mention that Hurtenstein, the keeper, her younger brother, Nick Hurtenstein, is not feeling well right now. He is actually at Dayton Dayton Children's, and he's trying to get over a sickness, and I know he's tuning in, watching, or listening if he can. So,
Absolutely.
of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to Nick Hertenstein as he's trying to get better while his sister's playing a great game here. Little misstep by the Rough Riders turns into a throw-in. Rulin with the throw-in for the Rams, and does connect with Walton, who's working the middle of the field, and of course always looking for Chastain. I wish I had a little date on here. It's a possible shot and taken away. I don't have any date on Chastain. I could probably find this, Coach, as we're talking tonight. I'm assuming that out of the 30-some goals.
Yeah, I bet she's got a bunch.
I'm assuming with the 30-some goals, 31 goals.
She's got a bunch.
I got to think that her and Coughlin, number 14, have got most of them. So Turner gets a break, and stepping out of the field for the Rough Riders is, I think, Liette came into the game now.
Yep.
And there's Chastain, of course, working with some good contact from Jacobs. Such good contact that it's not even a corner kick. Jacobs forces the ball over the end line. That turns into a goal kick. We haven't seen a lot of corners yet tonight, Coach, but the thing about a corner, anything can happen.
Well, and a lot in the game has changed. Analytics, just like in any sports, has really come up on percentages of corners, shorts and longs, possessions, opportunities.
What does it say about the long corner? What
long
does it say about that?
Long corner right now is 6%.
Ludicky with an opportunity on the far side there gets taken away by Rulin. 6% chance of it going in the goal off the first hit or after the first hit?
6% after a corner.
Overall, after a corner, okay.
After corner, you have a 6% chance of scoring from a long corner.
Gotcha.
From a short corner right now, the last statistic I saw was 4.5%.
Really? Good.
Yeah, so
good, because I don't like the short corner anyway.
I love the short corner.
Really?
If it'll work.
If you could make it work. And if you surprise the other team with it.
Statistically, I went through a season where we had 90-some corner kicks and 0 goals.
Wow.
So the next season I went short, and I had 94, and I had 22 goals.
Okay, so for you it was a much larger percentage on the short corner.
You just changed. But the next season I went back long because I had bigger players.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you have.
There's a possible opportunity for the Rough Riders. Gets taken away.
You got to let the statistics talk to you and tell you what to do.
And you made a good point, though, Coach, is change. You need you change your goal kicks. You change your throw-ins. You change your corners. If you do the same thing over and over again, guess what? The other team knows about you.
But if you can execute it.
Even if they know it's coming.
Yeah, when I had Wilker, Austin Wilker with his long throw, we scored so many goals off that, and they knew it was coming.
His throw-in was a corner kick.
Yes, very much so.
He could turn a throw into a corner. The only difference is it can't go directly in. At that last break, we did have a couple of players check in. We had number 11 Hughes for the Rams and number 4 Halco, and now entering the lineup for the Rams, number 15 Miles, the freshman.
And they talked about it in the past. I had a player, Tyler Parent. He just came on for corner kicks. Take the corners.
Yeah.
He had 15 assists for his senior year.
Great point off the corners. Yeah, corners are always dangerous because if you get enough chaos, and typically, Coach, it's not the kick that goes in. No. It's the deflections after the chaos.
It's how the ball's driven in the box. The better it's driven in the box with angles, the better opportunities.
Chastain with an opportunity to center it up. Rough Riders take that opportunity away, and now the Rough Riders take over on the near side. Bouncing ball, but still handled well. Great pass up to Ludicky, who's looking for the freshman Baker. Just mishit that a little bit, and the throw-in coming up for the Rams, taken by Rulin. Yeah, mixing it up is always important, Coach. You never want to give the same look in any sports.
Nope. But like I said, sometimes you do.
If you know it's going to work really well, and if you have the right players to execute, you think about like the boys team right now has Huck Hertenstein.
Yes.
The kid is like 7 feet tall. He always gets the first touch on either your corner or their corner.
Absolutely.
Now, if you have that, you can run the same thing over and over again. A little bit of near side action here. Anderson looking to connect to Baker. Just goes over the sideline. And again, I got to brag up Rough Rider Field. 70 yards wide, 118 yards long.
Yep.
And you can play those sidelines because this field has a nice crown, but it's not overly crowned.
No.
Because there's some fields we play on. If you get within 5 yards of the sideline, it's going off the side of the field. Rough Riders got a chance here.
Finish.
Here comes
Jacobs. Now this field actually from the
Ludicky, had a shot on goal.
from the north end corner on the east side, drops 12 inches to the south west corner.
So really, when you look at it,
it goes like this.
When you look at it, you can't see it at all.
No.
Maybe a little bit of crown,
It's
and then
12 inches. It's not. It actually angles this way.
so
that
it runs
corner.
from the northeast corner to the southwest corner.
When the National Guard came in and cleared, and then I had Schaubs come in from Walpock, and that's what we leveled it to. So I had 1 foot of drop to that side. So,
Well, it was beautifully done, Coach, you and the construction crew, because we play on a lot of fields, and I know we're partial to our home field here, but it is a beautiful stadium. It faces the correct direction, north-south, the way a proper stadium should, and it has just a nice, perfect runoff, but you can play these sidelines, and that ball will dance on the sidelines here.
And every, I forget this is every 30 or every 35, there's tile all the way across the field. That starts here, even with the press box, it goes all the way to the fence.
To keep that water from collecting on the field. This fall's been so dry, we probably could use a little bit of water collecting on the field. And we will see the ball dance on the sidelines here. And just a reminder, the whole ball has to go out for it to considered out. You'll see this a lot. A player can be off the field playing the ball. That's perfectly okay to do. Very different than most sports. And the ball can be almost all the way out. But if any part of it is still in the field, you can play out.
Absolutely.
The same thing goes with the goal. The whole ball's got to go across the line.
And just it goes even further when they're throwing it in. I see, especially at the youth games, parents screaming, "He's standing on the line." Well, he's allowed to stand on the line.
The line is in.
He can stand and throw it in from the line as long as he wants.
As long as he doesn't go over. Now, typically with my youth players, I'd have them throw in about a yard behind the line, so there's no chance. Because they do step over a lot when they're younger. When they get older, they're running up to the line and dragging a foot. It's very rare that you see a missed throw. Here's Menker.
Oh, nice ball.
On the
nice
far
ball.
side, looking for
That's it.
Baker. Here it comes from number 35. Finishes it.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Beautiful finish from the freshman, number 35, Baker.
That was well done.
And that puts the Rough Riders up 5-1 with 22 minutes left in the second half. We're going to get a good look at this beautiful ball from Menker over the top. And look at the speed of the freshman here. Shoulder to shoulder, and the keeper comes out.
Nice chip.
And this is a very tough shot to make.
Nice chip.
Tough shot to make for any player. Number 35, Braylon Baker with the goal. Puts the Rough Riders comfortably up 5-1. Coach, we're in a completely different position now than we were at the beginning of this half. But you mentioned it. The players are getting a little bit tired.
Absolutely.
And eventually, a team like this, without the subs that Coach Wilson has, eventually it's going to wear them down.
And we talked about it. Off the air. I had made a comment that this didn't look as good on paper as the records looked equal, based on our opponents compared to their opponents, and that's beginning to show out.
Well, and you know the league as good as anybody, Coach. There are different parts of Ohio that have tougher competition.
Yep.
And certainly we know the WBL is tough. So you could have a losing record in the WBL and go deep into the playoffs till you meet maybe another WBL team.
Well, I didn't realize it until last year. It's 23 consecutive years that the regional finals has had a WBL team in it.
22 years.
23.
23 years. And how many years has St. Mary's had a WBL team? Here's a good pass
26.
up to Liat on the far side. Liat centering that ball up to the header possibly. And here comes Baker again on the near side. Beautifully centered up ball by Liat. Now we got contact, a little help, and a ball over the end line. Should be a goal kick.
Yep. Yeah, we've had a regional finalist for 23 consecutive years. And I think the girls' side is like 10.
So all but a few years of the whole time that we've been here, and the WBL teams have gone that far. So that gives you an idea. WBL, we're like the MAC of soccer
for Northwest Ohio.
For the WBL.
Absolutely. So far, we've got one state champion with Shawnee, and then OG's been in the state finals on the girls' side 3 times. There's been 4 teams that's been to the state semifinals in the WBL.
So as tough as the WBL is, once you get out of here, once you get out of here, it is like the MAC. Once you get out of the MAC, you can roll.
We have an opportunity.
To roll.
And that's, again, when you compare to the schools like Bay and Revere and that, where 20 of their players are playing club ball and everything else, it definitely makes a difference. We're doing a lot without the same opportunities.
Yeah, great point, Coach. Now, there's 2 seasons. It's something that you've mentioned before when I've announced with Seth Hertenstein. It's 2 separate seasons.
Absolutely.
You do what you got to do during the regular season. You're trying to get seeded as best as you can, but it starts over again. Everybody has a chance after that. Like tonight, both these teams had a chance coming in. And reminder, this is single elimination for either of these teams. Hertenstein easily gathers that ball up.
You want to measure your team during the regular season like we would play Marysville. And Marysville had never lost to a Division II team their entire since they've had a team. Mm-hmm. And we ended up beating them 3 years in a row. And that gave me an idea of where we were.
Where you can go.
How good we were in compared to where we needed, how deep we were. So, and it was always great to play them.
Couple of players checking back in for the Rough Riders. The freshman number 12, Burt, comes back into the game. And number 26, Turner, returns to the lineup. And number 18, the senior, Maddie Mauder, returns to the lineup. That's a great point, Coach, is that you don't even play all the teams in the WBL every year, but you do get these odd matchups from 2 hours, 2.5 hours away. And it happens all the time. The boys' first game was way up on the other side of Toledo, and you get these odd matchups, but it can tell you a lot about how your season's going to go. And
Absolutely.
You want to play teams that are better than you, that
Absolutely.
are tougher than you.
Play in Marysville, one of the reasons we used to play Napoleon, we picked teams that were at the top of the level so we could see where we were at, especially important to know what your depth was and what your opportunities could be outside the WBL.
I mean, it's nice to win 6-0.
Oh, yeah.
But the games that you'll really probably learn is the one you lose 2-1
Yeah, absolutely.
or 1-0, right? Here's an opportunity again for Burt. So fast coming up there. And then Bose meets right at the 18.
Shoot.
Turner couldn't quite. She saw it. She saw what you saw, Coach.
Took too long.
The experience of Turner, she saw the same thing we saw from up here. Coach was asking for the shot, and the reason we were looking for that shot is Bose came all the way out to the 18 to meet Burt, which was good, and then the ball didn't quite get away. Turner drops it, and she saw, but fortunately for the Rams, 2 players were right between Turner and the goal. Otherwise, she would have known what you were looking for, popped it right up over the keeper's head.
She was trying to get it to settle a little bit more. She didn't want to take the volley shot, and the opportunity was there. It just closed down too quick.
Yeah, at this point, Coach, we want to work on our foot skills. We want to work on player communication. That's what we're saying. The ladies on the field, they don't care about anything what I just said. They just want more goals on the board.
Nice.
Manker with a nice pass. And now Mauder working the near side here right at the end line, still keeping that ball in. Lots of contact for the senior Mauder down here in the corner. And she's on the chase. There's your 3 to 5 seconds to get that ball back, and she does with a nice deflection. So Mauder loses it in the corner, comes back up, and causes a turnover on the sidelines. Manker in the middle just received that throw-in from Weigel, and a shot on goal.
Now, there's something, especially in the playoffs, we're up 5-1. We need to start slowly pulling off our players and replacing them so that we don't get somebody hurt in garbage time.
Coach, I'm not suspicious. I'm not superstitious. I don't believe in that was close. I don't believe in luck. So I'm not even going to – but either way, I'm still not talking about that craziness that you were just talking about. Boy, that was just a missed opportunity. Hertenstein came out there to get the ball, and the Rams player chipped it just out of her hands. But, yeah, you do want to start moving in for lots of different reasons. For example, now Manker gets a break, and number 31, Noah Fishbach, the sophomore, goes into the game.
One at a time and protecting your players. It's the role of the coach.
And you don't want to think about goals and assists record at a time like now. This is about the team.
Absolutely.
And it's about experience too.
You just can't afford to get one of your players that's going to take you to the deep
into the playoffs
with getting hurt when you have a 5-1 lead.
And you have opportunity to get lots of experience, which Coach Wilson's been doing all year. We talked about 3 freshmen, that were regular.
Is he calling a PK?
That is, it's going to be a penalty in the box, but
Yeah.
I don't know if the girl was anywhere near the ball, if the player was anywhere near the ball. So
You got a replay?
we'll take a look here and see what happened. I think 31 got a little, maybe we see a little WBL soccer here in just a moment. And I don't know. I mean, the ball wasn't on the Rams player's foot. Hopefully she's okay. Main thing here, as you were just talking about, we don't want anybody to get an injury, whether it's our team or the other team. So we have a great trainer here who's heading right down from the end line there. Molly Rindler will come out and check on that player.
There was a soft one at one end, and now I think it's a little soft one at the other end. So
yeah, this player hit the deck a little harder. The other one was tangled feet. So we will take an injury break here for just a moment, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back here at Rough Rider Field where we just had a short break for a player injury. That player was able to get off the field on her own power after great help from the excellent training staff here in St. Mary's. And unfortunately, that penalty was in the box and has been deemed as a result of a penalty kick. And I'm assuming it's going to be Chastain with the penalty kick, Coach.
So.
I would assume 21 is going to take it, and that looks like she's stepping up. So Hertenstein has to stay on the back line. Got a little bit of instructions from the referee. Cannot kick the ball till the whistle goes off, and the goalie cannot move till the ball is kicked.
The goalie can move
left to
laterally,
right, left to right.
As much as they want, they just can't move
Cannot
forward.
come towards the ball.
They can't come forward.
So we'll see what Hertenstein does here. It's kind of a decision that you got to make, like Bose did earlier off the Menker PK. Hertenstein's got to make a decision and go with that decision on the kick.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the player will go to their strong side. In this case, righty, going to right to her left, and Hertenstein's right, or she might try to go to the right corner, which I throw off. So here it comes, the chance at it, and she does. Chastain buries it in the upper right-hand corner, giving the Rams another goal. So that's a number 2 goal for the Rams, and both of them by Chastain. Once came early in the second half, and the other now later into the second half with 15 minutes left. Both goals by number 21. This one a PK earned by a different player. So I don't worry too much about it being a big mistake in the box, Coach.
No.
It was a lot of contact. I think it was more physics, but I think it's the way the player hit the deck, even though the ball really wasn't on that player's foot at that time. If it was 1-1 or 0-1 right now, we would hear a lot more squealing, but with it being 5-1, it's not such a bad situation. And here's what I really like about it. This is the player right here working hard, number 31, Fishbach in the middle of the field. And what does Wilson do? Leaves her out there, see how she reacts and matures through that penalty. And now we got Ermshire working the ball in the middle of the field, up to try to get to Fishbach and then to Mauder. That ball gets taken away.
Nice
By Rulin. Rulin making a nice run down the near side. We don't want to see too many of these nice runs. Weigel creates a lot of pressure, and she makes a mistake, and you can see a little bit of frustration there. I'm guessing she's probably used to being able to beat the corners.
Yep.
You are not going to, with the ball on your foot, it's not going to be easy to run right past Weigel. You're going to have to work a little tougher than that.
Absolutely.
So she was a little bit frustrated that when she did try to turn that ball up, it didn't go. So now Fishbach gets a break, and return to the game, number 17, Kendall Davis takes her spot in the middle of the field. And the goal kick from Hertenstein, a rare miss there. She puts it off the side of the field, and that gives the Rams an opportunity for a throw-in. I think Rollinson with the throw-in.
Nice.
And Rough Riders take control of
Good.
it pretty easily there. Ball up to the foot of Burt, and Burt is just crossing the midline on the far side. Shoulder-to-shoulder run.
Nice.
Beats one player, and looks like it went over the sideline. So we got a throw-in coming up. Our sideline protectors, ball boys and ball girls, are doing a great job tonight, and it's really important that they get that ball in quickly to keep the action going. They're doing an excellent job tonight, and in the tournament, typically we'll see more ball boys and ball girls on the sidelines. Rams have got the ball in the middle of the field, beats a couple of players. Of course, who are we looking at? As always, the track star, number 21, coming up on the near side, makes a little move. Weigel's not having it. Shoulder to shoulder. Somehow she gets it out of there, stays in the box, and now Ermshire clears it out the side. That's a good example, Coach, where it feels like the field's tipping towards your goal. You've seen enough, cleared out. Go to man-to-man coverage now and slow things down a little bit. It's not too early.
No.
With 12:47 left, there's plenty of time left in the game. We don't want to get any closer than within 3.
And something that's kind of neat about the Ohio High School tournament, once you get to districts, when the game's over, the 3 game balls, there's 6 game balls altogether, you get to keep 3 of them. And then you go to regional, you get 3 more. And then
Really?
The regional semifinals, 3 more. So you get opportunity. We used to have a thing up in the locker area there. 15 balls. We're looking for 15 balls.
Oh, I love that. I never heard that before.
So that was always the goal, and the captains would sign the balls at the end of the year before the banquet when we were trying to get to.
So
wrestling.
6 go in. You get to keep 3. So each time you move on, you get another 3,
Yeah.
and 15
from district on.
from district on, and 15 get you what?
State championship.
State championship. I love the sound of that. Very cool.
The best we had was 9.
Well,
And
that's
that
pretty
was-
good.
That was pretty exciting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
what-
9.
Yeah, that's what you. That was always the goal, and it was something that was kind of neat to have an opportunity to use for motivation.
I love it, yeah. It's almost like you're just putting stamps on the side of the locker, right? 3 at a time. I love the sound of it, like a World War II airplane putting stamps on the side.
Absolutely.
So that was a really interesting series that just happened down there. Weigel made a great move,
Yep.
a little kung fu move, deflects the ball off of 21, and then the Rough Riders have a mishap on the throw-in, and the ball went in and back out. And, Coach, if I throw it in, well, we got a little action here in the box. Hopefully we'll get out of this one. We want this ball out here. It's time to get the ball on the other half of the field. Bose is starting to get bored now,
Yes.
and we need to clean that up. We'll get another throw in.
Our mistouches are really
So, Coach,
bad.
if they throw the ball in and it never goes in, what happens?
It's actually in high school soccer, it's a turnover, and the other team throws it in. In every other form of soccer, you throw it in.
If it
again.
never goes in, you get to do it again. In our case here, if it never goes in, the other team gets it. If it goes in and goes out, the other team gets it.
Yes.
So the Rough Riders are working completely on defense right now, a little bit on their heels. And here comes the Rams, centering that ball up in the box. And lots of contact in the box again.
That rule in high
and
school
turns
was
into a goal
changed
kick.
about 8 or 9 years ago. It'll never change in any other soccer other than high school and college. And because that's just not thought of throughout the world as an issue. It was a coach in a game in California. The other team kept not throwing it in and running the clock out. And he was actually on the committee and got it changed.
Well, and
It's dumb.
there are many ways
It's
to
dumb.
kill clock in soccer. You know, the goalie is one of the few that has a clock on them
Yep.
when they pick the ball up, which is 6 seconds, Coach,
Yes.
that the goalie has. I know it's give or take, but in a game tight situation, the referees would
next year
start
in high
calling
school,
it.
it'll be that 8 seconds with the 5-second count. And
Good.
all that stuff coming.
Good.
Again, a lot of it goes back to referees. If you're not throwing it in on purpose,
They should be
just shut-
talking to you.
Just shut the clock off, and
Yeah.
clock don't run until you get it thrown
But
in.
a lot of times you don't see that. So
Yes.
I'm glad to see that, Coach. That'll make the game a lot better.
Yes.
So when the ball goes out, maybe once the player has in their hands for the throw-in, there'll be a clock
There should be.
and a goal kick. And a goalie punt, we already know that one has a little bit of a time on it. So there's lots of ways to burn clock in soccer, and I would say some teams are really, really good at it. So here's an opportunity on the far side for Turner with a really nice through ball given to her, taken away. Now we're kind of back where we want to be here, Coach, where it's down on the Rams end of the field. Hopefully we'll keep it down here. Rams wanted a quick throw in there, and that can be a little bit frustrating for players, Coach. They're about to make a quick throw in, and the referee blows a whistle, and everybody's mad at the referee. It's just because you had subs waiting on the sideline. So, and Coach, just a quick touch point on this one. When can you sub? When are you allowed to sub?
You're allowed to sub on your throw-ins, your goal kicks, your corner kicks. But you can also sub on your opponents if they're subbing when you're subbing.
Anytime they have ladies on the line, you can go up to the line as well.
In amateur, it's different, but in high school, if they're subbing, you get to sub with
So I can sub on my corner.
Yep.
Can I sub on their corner?
If they're subbing.
Only if they're subbing.
And
I can sub on my throw-in,
yep.
but I can only sub on their throw-in if they're sub as well. And
Absolutely.
the other is a goal kick.
Goal kicks, and then kickoffs you can sub. Just different after a goal. It's pretty liberal on the subbing. One of the things that happens, especially in the playoffs, you'll see it. I always call it the parade, is sending one player up at a time in the last 10 minutes, subbing in one at a time.
Yep.
Especially the player is playing left back, getting subbed 9 times in the last.
And as I said, there's lots of ways to kill clock in soccer. That's one of the ways to do it. So
It used to drive me crazy.
Speaking of subbing, at that last break, the freshman number 10, Olivia Walls, returns to the lineup for Coach Wilson. And the Riders are not exactly on their heels, just playing patiently. But again, one more goal here for the Rams, and they'll really feel like they're in it. So the Rough Riders doing a good
hard.
job.
I'm really impressed.
They have not given up, and they're worn out. You can see it. They have at least one player who is not moving very well on the field, but not looking at her coach to bring her out of the game. She's toughing it out back here on defense, and we're about to see her match up with somebody right now. And here comes Burt in the middle of the field, and number 4, Rulin, not having it. The junior up against the freshman, a little bit of experience there.
Nice.
No call, which is very nice. I like to see that. Hands go straight out from the referee.
Ball.
Jacobs up to Baker. Baker working the near side.
Oh, get a touch on it.
Just a little mishandle over the sidelines.
Gotta get a touch.
And I love our freshmen, but that's why they're on the field, to gain that experience that they need. A year from now, a couple games from now, Baker doesn't make that. It's a small mistake, Coach, but every turnover, it's hard to score if you don't have the ball.
Absolutely.
We got a throw-in coming up. Actually not going to be. I think it is a penalty assessed against the Rough Riders, going to result in a direct kick for the Rams. And number 4, Rulin, the junior, is going to take this direct kick. So she fluffs it up a little bit on the field. From here, I don't know if she's got the leg to put it all the way out, but if she does, being direct, she could put this straight in without a deflection. I'm going to guess a floater into the box and see what happens.
Good ball.
And she does a floater into the box. First touch, Rough Riders over the sidelines, perfectly okay with that. And now we defend a throw-in. And now they should mark up for the throw-in. Rulin with the long throw into the box. Turn that throw into like what she did with the direct. And now we got man-to-man work here. Working very hard. Davis coming up with the ball. And to Baker. Baker, freshman to freshman.
Offsides big time. Two steps ahead.
Really?
Yeah, she was 2
I
steps.
thought she just turned and her ponytail crossed the line, but maybe it was more than that. Okay. Baker and Bird are so fast. If you're not watching, if you're not looking right at them, Coach, the second you hit the ball, they're going to look like they're offsides. In that case, you were watching something different than me.
Yep.
I was watching the ball. You were watching
the
off the ball, which is very important in soccer to catch the action off the ball. So now we got a penalty, I think an impediment against the Rough Riders.
Now this is a shot opportunity.
This is not only direct, but it's a good shot opportunity. So what Hertenstein's going to do now as a keeper, she's going to build a wall, and the wall's going to be 10 yards off the ball, which the referee's going to step off. I don't see anybody trying to purposely slow that down, but you can see they're a little short. Now we got a 2-person wall, and Hertenstein's directing traffic, sends another one in the wall, and the goal here is, Coach, give the player one shot that the goalie can defend.
Look at them. They're still walking up.
Well, of course
They
they are.
came up a yard
And a
and a
high
half.
shot into Hertenstein, and she gathers that.
The referee was so busy trying to look good blowing the whistle. They're just walking up on him, and he didn't even watch
Well,
him.
it's something I haven't seen them do in high school, and maybe later into the postseason, will they do this, Coach, where they'll paint a line
No.
so that the
they
players don't do that in high school?
They don't use the foam in high school.
Okay, you will see it. Bose has got this one handled easily. You will see that in a lot of soccer. They'll step
Yes.
off 10 yards, and then the referee will spray a little bit of foam there. And, of course, the players always push it. And you can see
Even at all levels, they're getting
a pretty serious infraction if you step up to that ball and delay the
So,
game, and you will get a card for that
the
as
ref
well.
just stopped the clock because he's doing the parade and said, "Don't do this, or I'll stop the clock if you want to keep subbing."
Well, and when we're under a certain amount of time and you're ahead, then they're going to slow the clock down with a sub. So we had Menker return to the lineup, and also checking into the game for the first time tonight, the senior number 41, Callie McKinley, enters the lineup for the Rough Riders.
Oh, good
Oh,
ball.
I'm sorry. Number 13, Hannah Brackman, the senior, enters the game for the
Hannah
Rough Riders
Brackman?
up front. Yep. Am I seeing that right?
Yep.
Number 13 just entered, and maybe I also saw, and I'm going to try to catch this, another player came in besides 13, and I will find who that is in just a
10.
moment. Make sure I
10's
give. Maybe it was Walls that returned to the lineup. So, okay. So, apologize for that. So, number 13, Hannah Brackman, enters the lineup, the senior who's playing up front now for Coach Wilson. We're coming up on 3 minutes left in the game. Rough Riders are up 5-2 in a single elimination postseason game here at Rough Rider Field. There's Burt working the ball up front there a little bit. There we go. There's Ruth Baumbauer.
Yep.
That's the one that I missed. Number 41, the sophomore, has entered into the game. So Coach Wilson wants a different look. He's got a nice mix of experienced players and newer players. Burt working the far side. And let me know if there's any other changes that I missed. So I could have sworn I saw a 41, but it was actually, boy, I hope I have this right.
No, there's 41s out there.
If I don't, I'm going to get it right. Okay, so 41, Callie McKinley,
Yes.
the senior, is out there. Okay,
Yes,
I
41's out
misspoke. I was thinking it was 44. So 13's out there,
Yeah, 13,
and
40,
41 is out there. Yep, this is my
Oh, good
first
ball.
time ever announcing. I've really got to practice this a little bit more and pay attention
Oh,
to
nice
what's
ball.
going on. So they have another opportunity at it here. Manker puts the floater up, and first touch is Rams, and the anchorman
Okay.
comes up and deflects that ball over the end line. So the Rough Riders keeping the pressure on. We're coming up to 2 minutes left in the game for the Rough Riders in a single elimination. And if they hold this lead, they send the Rams home. Better luck for next season, and the Rough Riders can move on. We've got a goal kick coming up for Rulin for the Rams. And under 2 minutes now to play. Walls, the freshman, with the ball on her foot, looking for a
Good
drop.
ball.
And she does a really nice drop to Jacobs. Jacobs working the near side, looking, ball on her foot, and looking. She was looking for the foot of Brackman, the senior. And the ball goes over the sidelines here. Now we got Walls throwing into Brackman. Brackman with a first touch, back to Walls. Very nice ball handling. And Menker steps to the ball, looking for an opportunity. Brackman's a little miscommunication there, but that's okay. That's okay. They're going to work it out here. Menker puts the ball on frame. Could be an opportunity. Goal. Menker, untouched by Bose, just could not get to that ball. I don't think Menker was shooting that ball, Coach.
No.
I think she was looking for
She-
a nice floating pass to a
I-
backside
wow.
player.
I just, that left me speechless.
So Brackman and Menker are working together over here, and then I think Menker's just looking to float that ball up and
Yes.
actually shorts it a little bit, and Bose doesn't really jump up or think
No,
it's going to go over the top, and the ball hits the frame, comes
straight
down.
in.
Could go either way off a round frame and goes in. So now we got some players coming out. Davis getting a break. Burt getting a break. Menker coming out, getting a
Yes.
break,
Get 'em
as
off,
you
don't get 'em hurt.
expected. And now I have to pay attention here because I owe some players a
Yes.
proper
44. is
44
down.
now, who
Is
I must have wanted her in earlier. So number 44, Ruth Bombauer, enters the game for the Rough Riders. She's a sophomore. Another young, fresh set of legs out on the field. And here comes Jacobs working the near side. We are under a minute here at Rough Rider Field with the Rough Riders. A comfortable lead. Walls, the freshman, working the near side. Brackman going up the middle. And 44, Bombauer following up. Now Bombauer's got the ball on her foot. Cross, really nice cross to the center of the field to Mauder. And now Mauder challenging. Rams could take over on the far side of the field, but Anchorman's coming in hot, put pressure on to make a mistake. Number 28, Ryan Chisholm. How did I miss that? Is she on the field right now? RC, one of my all-time favorite players in flag football and other sports. The sophomore, number 28, entered the game just at the end of the game here for the Rough Riders' victory. So after 80 minutes of play here at Rough Rider Field, after a little bit of a slow start and then a little bit of a scare when the Rams came within 2-1, the Rough Riders easily handled it in the second half of the field. They had a nice mix of freshmen, sophomores. We got some inexperienced players at the end of the game that I owe recognition to since I just couldn't quite get those subs right, and the Rough Riders come out on top 6-2.
Awesome game. Now the Lady Riders will take on Bath on Thursday at 6.
Step back here a little bit.
Yep. Oh, I hate when he does that. I'm too old.
That's okay. That's okay. We got the handshakes coming up anyway. So again, Coach, a little bit of a recap of this game, and what do we have coming up next?
Coming up, we got they'll play on Thursday up at Bath for the second round of the playoffs, and that was a pretty good game this year. So Bath is seated a little bit higher than us. So it should be an awesome game.
And that'll be a 7 p.m. start up at Bath. So the Lady Riders in a single elimination postseason tournament game come out on top 6-2 over the Upper Sandusky Rams. It was a hard-fought game by the Rams. They definitely have a great keeper. They've got a lot of young players out there. I think the Rams have a great future.
They do.
And we saw really good composure. It's 6-2, really 5-2, 5-1. They had great composure, Coach, and they really stayed in, especially when it was 5-1. They didn't really hang their heads.
I liked what they were trying to do. Definitely what we did in the second half by switching to those 3 deeps really took them off.
That lineup that admittedly you didn't like, Coach, and didn't understand it, but Coach Wilson and his staff saw something.
Works.
They'd had enough of number 21 putting that pressure on Hertenstein. So number 21, Chastain, I'm sure has most of their goals for this year and is just so fast. But the Rough Riders responded by changing the lineup and really slowed them down. And I think at the end of the Rams just ran out of gas.
Absolutely. So it's been a great day. 2 great games here at Rough Rider Field. And we still got another game here at Rough Rider Field on Thursday to end the games this year at the field. So it's
win or lose, the last home game's coming up. So the boys come out on top at the 5 p.m. game tonight over Norwalk. And now the girls come out on top over Upper Sandusky. They will move on to the next round. So the girls' game will be this Thursday, 6 o'clock at Bath. And the boys will be at 7 o'clock here at Rough Rider. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. So the boys are 6 p.m. at Rough Rider Field, and the girls are 7 o'clock at Bath. 7 o'clock at Bath. And before we sign out, just another reminder: as Rider Nation Station goes into the postseason, it is very, very different than the regular season. The cost of broadcasting of postseason games is extremely more than it is for the regular season. So we want to thank our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. And very importantly tonight, please, if you can, get on your screens and click on that QR code. This is the Rider Nation Station tip jar. If you like this staff, which I love them, please send out your tips so that we can continue to broadcast games in the postseason.
Absolutely, and this is the 6th season of doing this. It's great for the community, and it's great for athletics in St. Mary's. So any help you can give us, we'd be greatly appreciative.
It's so fun to hear when another team tunes in.
Absolutely.
They cannot believe it. And you know, I love our small town, but sometimes we play teams from a lot larger areas. They come down here in the middle of the game. Somebody's taking corn off right behind us, right, and they get a kick out of it. And then we get this high-definition broadcast with a multi-camera crew, and they cannot believe it. So, again, now we've got stepping across our field. What is this, Coach? This is the senior walk. Tell us about this as the seniors are heading from one end to the other.
Each of the programs try to do, whether it's football, whether it's any of the sports, giving the seniors an opportunity to walk their home field one last time.
And the thing about the Lady Riders tonight, win or lose, this is a senior's last time on this field. And it can be a very emotional moment.
Absolutely.
But I got to tell you, Coach, it's a lot worse if this is your last game ever.
Absolutely.
See, now, last game on the field, you feel out there. It's bittersweet, but they still get to move on, and who knows how far they go. And now I know, Coach, what do we want to do? I want soccer balls.
Absolutely.
I want to walk away with this season with somebody else's soccer balls that I get to sign and put into the Rough Rider history with the rest of our trophies. So after 80 minutes of play, the Rough Riders come out on top with a great game. A lot of adjustments we saw during the game. Physical, as we expected. And let me get this right. The Lady Riders will be at Bath for a 7 p.m. start on Thursday night. The boys will be home for their last game, win or lose, this Thursday with a 6 p.m. start. Yep. So this is Lance Ibrahim and Coach Dave Ring. All of us from Rider Nation Station want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon. Riders out.